Serenity Cove Crafts. I'm just here to do a quick tutorial just to show you how to cinch and tie the ends. All right, now here's a tube that just came off the machine. So I've given it a nice good stretch. So I'm just threading my yarn needle here, and I'm just pulling this a little bit. Now what I like to do, which makes your tube more secure, your closure more secure, is I just take the needle in here and I start picking up the stitches at the end. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. I've demonstrated this in my first video. It was quite a long video, but I just wanted to cut to the chase on this one and then just show you this one specific skill. So we're going to go all the way around here and pick them all up. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be cinching these closed and tying off the ends. And I'm working on a design for this particular project that I'm working on here. I'm looking at designing a pattern for it. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing my trials and tribulations with you. All right. And you're seeing I'm just kind of cinching as I'm going along. I'm almost back to where I started, so I'm doing all 48 stitches here. All right, so I'm back where I started because you can see here that there are 2 strands of yarn, so that's where I started. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this closed. All right, and I'm just putting the needle through the one end here, the hole, and then bringing it out through the other end, and I'm wrapping the yarn around the needle just to knot it. All right. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now this is the end that I cast on with, so it does have a tendency to kind of curl outwards. Kind of looks like cauliflower a little bit around the edge. So just maneuver it and turn it inwards. Okay, and we start doing the same thing here. We're just going to pick up the stitches the way we did previously. You might hear some tickety-tacking in the background. I've got an old dog. He's 15 years old. Oh, goodness, he's going to be 15 and a half. And my poor little guy has some dementia. So in the evening, like around the time that it is now, he starts doing his pacing. Just kind of walks back and forth and gets restless. And he'll soon tire himself out. Poor little guy. Okay, so not quite there yet. Trying to make sure that my hand's in frame here. I have a tendency to pull my work close to me. All right, so this is around the end where we started. So we're going to do like the other end. We're just going to pull it tight. All right. And we're going to go in there. Just go the opposite end of where the yarn is. Feed the needle through. Wrap the yarn around it, knot it, pull it through. Now this end is the end that I'm going to be putting on the inside. I just cut it down a bit. Okay, so what we've just done now is we have cinched our work and we've tied it off. Now the next step is doubling your work. So basically you're taking the one end and inserting it into the tube. So you're folding it into itself, sort of to make like a little beanie. Okay, now we're going to take the end on the outside. I'm going to take the yarn and I'm going through the hole in the middle, and then I'm going through the inside, making sure that I put the needle all the way through, whoops, to where the hole is. Okay, now I'm going to pull this through. Just turn it inside out here. And I am going to tie it off. And this one's going to be for a stuffed animal, so I like to give it, I tie it 3 times. Give it a nice solid knot. Okay, and the last step of doubling your work is to trim down your yarn ends, put them through your needle, and we're going to hide our ends in our work. Just going to kind of pinch the fabric, or your yarn rather, and you're going in between. So you're not going to be coming through. Just kind of going in between the layers. Just going to pull this yarn out. And we're going to give her a nice little snip. And there you go. So now it's ready. I'll be back in another video to show how to do a drawstring and to stuff it if you're interested in that. Thank you very much.